Srimad Bhagavad Gita has 18 adhyayas, that is 18 chapters. The first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. In the first, it's called Vishada means dejection. So by the end of the first chapter, we find Arjuna as a totally dejected, sorrowful person who tells Krishna that I am not ready to fight. That is the reason why this adhyaya is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Now in the first chapter, we find that the principal warriors on either side, that is on the Pandava side and the Kaurava side, they are listed by Duryodhana and their fighting qualities are described in detail. Then this is followed by the blowing of conches by the key generals of both the Kauravas and Pandavas side. Of course, the blowing of conches signifies that the battle is about to commence. Now, at this particular point of time, Arjuna, he keenly observes the key warriors of both the Kaurava side and the Pandava side, and he realizes that all these people who are fighting, they are all his near and dear ones. They are either his friends or they are his relatives. So after seeing all this and after briefly contemplating about the outcome of all this, maybe most of them would die. So after thinking about all this, he is overcome by grief and faint-heartedness. He becomes so weak, he is not even able to stand, and he tells Krishna that he will not fight. So this is the gist of the first chapter. In the first shloka of the first chapter, we have Dhritarashtra asking Sanjaya about all that has been happening in the Kurukshetra battlefield. So Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya. So he is asking Sanjaya, O Sanjaya, dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha. So in this Kurukshetra, which is referred to as Dharmakshetra by Dhritarashtra, he tells that Yuyutsavaha, warriors who are eager to fight, they are all gathered here. Mamakaha, that is Dhritarashtra's own sons and the kings and other warriors who are fighting on behalf of the Kauravas, they are referred to as Mamakaha. Dhritarashtra calls them as Mamakaha. Pandavaha cha eva. Pandavaha, the 5 Pandavas and other kings who are fighting on behalf of the Pandavas. Kim akurvat Sanjaya. Oh Sanjaya, please tell what did they do? What have they been doing all this time? So why is this Dharmakshetra called Kurukshetra by Dhritarashtra? It seems the Devas, they did tapasya there. Many Devas, they did tapasya there, and therefore it is called Punya Bhumi. And also it is believed that if someone dies in the Kurukshetra, they would go to heaven. So therefore this Kurukshetra is called Dharmakshetra. Also Dhritarashtra fondly hopes that because this is a Punya Bhumi, maybe Yudhishthira's mind had changed and perhaps he decided not to fight Kauravas, or maybe even his own son Duryodhana's mind had changed and he had decided to be a little more lenient with the Pandavas by parting a part of the kingdom to them, which means maybe the fight would not happen. So Dhritarashtra also fondly hopes that something positive may have happened in this Punya Kshetra. In response, now Sanjaya is replying. Sanjaya uvacha drishtva tu pandavanikam vyudam Duryodhanastada acharya upasangamya raja vachanam abravit. So Sanjaya is replying, Tada Raja Duryodhanaha. Tada, after this question was posed by Dhritarashtra, Raja Duryodhanaha. Sanjaya is addressing Duryodhana as Raja Duryodhanaha. One reason because maybe Duryodhana is a very accomplished person by himself, and then also if you tell a father while addressing his son, if you were to add the title Raja, then it would make the father happy. That could be another reason. So this Raja Duryodhana, what did he do? Drishtva, after seeing the Pandavanikam Vyudam, after seeing the mighty army of the Pandavas and the arrangement of the army, Acharya Upasangamya, he goes to Acharya. Upasangamya, he goes near Acharya. Acharya here is Dronaacharya. Vachanama Bravit, he uttered this sentence to Raja. Now the arrangement of the army of Pandavas, it appears so invincible and Duryodhana is not able to understand the strategy behind the arrangement of this vyudam. So, and because, why did he go to Dronaacharya? Dronaacharya is well versed in Dhanurvidya, and not only that, he is the Acharya of both the Pandavas and the Kauravas. So, therefore, if Pandavas had come up with some arrangement, Dronaacharya is the right person to come up with a better strategy and a better arrangement. So, therefore, he goes to Dronaacharya and he uttered this sentence. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudam Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. So he goes to Acharya Drona and he tells, Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya. O Acharya, Pashyaitam Panduputranam Mahatim Chamum. Look at the mighty army. Pashyai. See, Panduputranam, Pandu's sons. Look at their Mahatim Chamum, mighty army. Vyudam Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Okay, Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Okay, Drupada, here he tells Dhimata is very skillful and intelligent. Your student who is very intelligent and skillful, okay, who also happens to be Drupada Putra. Okay, he is Drupada's son. Okay, look at the Vyudam, look at the arrangement of the army, Pandava's army designed by Drupada Putra, that is Drishtadyumna. And your Shishya, he also happens to be your Shishya. Now, why is Drishtadyumna is mentioned at the very outset? Why did Duryodhana mention Drishtadyumna at the very outset? One reason could be that he says your Shishya, which means as a guru, he would be able to come up with a better arrangement, with a better strategy. That could be one reason. Another reason is that Duryodhana is also aware of the rivalry between Dronaacharya and Drupada. It seems both Dronaacharya and Drupada, that is Drishtadyumna's father, they studied in the same Gurukula. But after the completion of studies, Drupada becomes the king of Panchala, and Drona is a poor Brahmin who did not even have enough money to feed his son Ashwatthama. So he goes to Drupada seeking his help, but Drupada did not treat him as a friend. He totally humiliated him and he sent him away. So Drona was very upset, and he was nursing this humiliation for a very long time. And much later, when Pandavas and Kauravas completed their Gurukula under him, as a Guru Dakshina, he asked Arjuna to enslave Drupada and bring. So accordingly, Arjuna also fought Drupada, he won him over and he enslaved him, and he brought Drupada as Guru Dakshina to Dronaacharya. And Dronaacharya, he took away half of Drupada's kingdom, and he told him that, see, now I have taken away 50% of your kingdom, so we both are equals. And Drupada in turn, he felt totally humiliated, and he was nursing this feeling of revenge for a very long time, and he conducted a big yajna out of which Draupadi and Drishtadyumna emerged. And Drishtadyumna was born to kill Drona, and Duryodhana was very much aware of that, and he perhaps tries to instill a sense of revenge in Dronaacharya, so that Dronaacharya would give the very best in the battle. This could be one of the reasons why Drishtadyumna's name is mentioned at the very outset. So we find that Duryodhana, is a little insecure after seeing the arrangement of the Pandava army. It seems that the Kaurava army had 11 Akshauhinis, whereas the Pandava army had only 7 Akshauhinis. So an Akshauhini is described in the Mahabharata as a battle formation consisting of 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 65,610 horses, and 1,09,350 infantry. So, the Kaurava's army was much bigger. But in spite of that, on looking at this arrangement done by Drishtadyumna, Duryodhana feels a little insecure, and he tells he wants to draw the attention of Acharya Drona, so that he could come up with a better one. And then Duryodhana goes on to list the various key warriors on the Pandava side. Atra Shura Maheshvasa Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yuyudano Viratascha Dripadascha Maharatah. So he tells Atra Shuraha Atra Shura Maheshwasa. Atra, that is on the Pandava side, there are many Shura, brave persons, and persons who are very well adept in warfare. Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi. In a battle, they are equivalent to Bhima and Arjuna. Who are all the persons? Yuyudhana. Yuyudhana is one such person. Okay, Yuyudhana is also called Satyaki. He belongs to the Vrishni dynasty of Krishna. He is a Yadava. He was a Yadava, and he is one such Maharati. King Virata, he is well known because Pandavas during their Ajnatavasa, they stayed in Virata's palace. That 1 year Pandavas, they had to stay incognito without their identity being known. So we had Bhima, who was disguised as a cook, Arjuna, who was disguised as a dance master, Draupadi served the wife, Rani of the kingdom. Okay, so Virata, he was a great king, and he fought on behalf of the Pandavas. Then you have Dripada. Dripada, we just now saw about the rivalry between Dronaacharya and Dripada. He was a king of Panchala. He was a great king. His daughter was Draupadi and son was Drishtadyumna. So Yuyudhanaha, Virataha and Dripada, they are all Maharataha. They are all great Maharata. We'll see who Maharatas are. Drishtaketushchekitanah Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kuntibojascha Shaibyascha Narapungavah. Then you have Drishtaketu. Drishtaketu is Shishupala's son. After Krishna killed Shishupala, Drishtaketu became favorable to the Pandavas and he fought on behalf of the Pandavas. Then you have Chekitanaha. Chekitanaha also comes from the Vrishni kingdom and Vrishni Vamsa, and he was also a Yadava. Then you have the great Kashi Raja. Okay, so all these are Viryavan, very, very brave persons. Purujit Kunti Bojascha Shaibyascha Narapungavah. You have Purujit and Kunti Boja, who were Kunti's brother. They are also great warriors. Then you have Shaibya. Shaibya is Yudhishthira's father-in-law. Yudhishthira married Shaibya's daughter Devika. So all these persons, you have Yuyudhana, Virata, Dripada, Drishtaketu, Chekitana, Kashi Raja, Purujit, Kunti Boja, Shaibya. All these are great warriors. Then in the next sloka, 6th sloka, he mentions a few other warriors. Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta, Uttamaujascha Viryavan. So he is mentioning two warriors, Yudhamanyu and Uttamauja. Yudhamanyu and Uttamauja are Rajakumaras of Panchala kingdom. Panchala kingdom, we just now saw that Dripada was the king of Panchala, Panchala kingdom. And Draupadi also is called Panchali because she hails from Panchala kingdom. So you have Yuyudhana and Uttamauja of Panchala kingdom. Then Saubhadraha, Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarvayeva Maharataha. Then you have Saubhadraha, Subhadra's son Abhimanyu. And you have Draupadeyaha. Draupadi has 5 sons. So in plural, Draupadeyaha. Sarvayeva Maharataha. They are all great Maharata. So during the Mahabharata times, we had this hierarchical classification of warriors like Rati, Adhirati, Maharati, Maharati. So who is a Maharati? A Maharati is a warrior who is capable of simultaneously fighting 12 Adhiratis. So such is his combat prowess and his ability to fight so many opponents. So we find that in the first 6 slokas, you have Dhritarashtra asking Sanjaya what has been happening in the Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra battlefield, and then you have Sanjaya responding and he tells Dhritarashtra that Duryodhana goes and meets Dronaacharya. After he looks at the arrangement, the way in which the Pandava army is arranged, he feels a little insecure because it looks invincible and he's not able to understand the strategy behind it. So he meets Dronaacharya and then he goes on to list the key warriors of the Pandava side.